Remember that time I showed up with just panties under my
Why are you working so hard? You should stop. You should act your wage.
Society where people don't have to work to live.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a video where I'm going to take on some of the craziest and wackiest ideas floating around on TikTok, the cesspool of left-wing propaganda that Gen Z's drowning in. If you're new here, settle in, hit that like button, comment and let me know what you think of this video, and please consider subscribing. If you watch my videos all the time but you're not subscribed, come on, give me that sub. Now, let's go check in on our pals over on the Clock app. How are people still posting this kind of stuff in August 2023? Dude, absolutely not. You can knock yourself out, but I will not be doing any of that. I do not have fond feelings for 2020, and I will not be participating in any of this if it makes a comeback anytime soon. Here's the thing, your health is your responsibility, and if you're worried about Miss Rona or getting sick, that's up to you to take mitigation steps to protect yourself. And if you believe the jab protects you from serious illness and death from the virus, and I think there's some evidence of that, then just go get it and leave the rest of us alone. And don't worry about what we're doing and try to control us. But that's the thing. I'm not convinced these types really are concerned about public health. I think at some point, the masking thing became a signal of conformity and control, and that's why they want to bring it back. It's a hard pass from me. Alright, what do we got up next?
I know, it's ridiculous that banning an item that's designed to shoot people might lower the amount of people who are being shot. I mean, it's ridiculous. Never ever happened before and never ever has worked in the history of anything. So there was one mass shooting in Australia in 1996, and after that they were like, we're taking your guns. They seized thousands and thousands of guns and just outright banned certain kinds of guns like automatic, semi-automatic rifles and shotguns. Now, this is the crazy part that no one saw coming, was that after Australia restricted gun access, their suicide and homicide rates dramatically decreased. So in the 7 years after they implemented these gun laws, the firearm suicide rate fell by 57%. And the average firearm homicide rate went down by about 42%. And now, right, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but the years before Australia put in these new gun laws, they had about 13 mass shootings. And now this is crazy. After they implemented these gun laws, Australia's only had one mass shooting.
Alright, so you see this kind of, frankly, propaganda all over TikTok and different social media platforms, so I'm just gonna ignore the schmarmy and condescending nature of this creator's tone and commentary here and actually address some of the substance. So first thing first, this creator completely ignores the positive side of gun ownership in America, which is our right to self-defense. The Institute of Medicine estimates that anywhere between 500,000 to 2 million Americans every year use a firearm in self-defense. So you can't just talk about the costs of America's gun culture, you also have to consider the upsides. But as for this creator's comparison to Australia, it really is an apples to oranges comparison. For one thing, the scale is just so different. I mean, Australia, they confiscated somewhere between 650,000 to 1 million guns. I mean, in the United States, we have more guns than people. We have more than 330 million guns. Oh, and there's that pesky thing in the Constitution called the Second Amendment. So it's kind of silly to even entertain the notion that we could do something like what Australia did, because it's not actually possible, and we're not at the same starting point that they were. But also, most of what this person says about Australia's gun confiscation regime isn't actually true. So even Vox, the liberal media outlet this TikToker is citing for their stats, actually acknowledges that the change in firearm homicides after the gun confiscation program was small, and so small that it wasn't statistically significant. What's more, the decline in firearm suicides was just a continuation of a pre-existing trend, and there's not actually any evidence of a causal relationship between the 1996 confiscation and that continued decrease. It's just a really bad argument and a weak comparison. But other than that, go off! Alright, let's see what else we got on here.
Oh, hey, a quick reminder. Someone out there is actually putting in way less effort than you are in making the same amount. So, why are you working so hard? You should stop. You should act your wage. Anyways, that's it. Okay, bye.
So this chick's skits are actually sometimes kind of funny, but this whole act your wage thing is terrible advice. She's basically saying that you should do the bare minimum, do what you're paid to do, and absolutely nothing more. Never go above and beyond in any way. And that's not gonna actually serve you well. In fact, it's a great way to make sure that the next time there are layoffs, you're the first one in the office that gets the pink slip. And it's definitely gonna help you if your goal is to never ever get a promotion or raise. Other than that, though, great advice. All right, I got one last one on here that I'll react to, but I can't do any more than that in one sitting without losing some brain cells.
Society where people don't have to work to live? What, you think people will just work because they have a passion for it?
This has 3 million views on the Clock app. But did none of those people notice that he listed a bunch of jobs people get paid to do as evidence that people will work without being paid? It's definitely true that our labor market decisions aren't just about money. Some people do choose to work for nonprofits or work as teachers because they find that work meaningful, even though they could probably make more money doing something else. And in a free market economy, that's totally cool. You're allowed to make that choice. Trust me, if all I wanted to do was make money, I wouldn't be doing this right now. But let's also not pretend that people in this guy's dream society would actually man garbage trucks or unclog toilets or empty bedpans just because they're passionate about it and that's what they want to do for the greater good. Yeah. No. And maybe this sounds callous, but yeah, if you're able-bodied, you should have to work to live. The opposite idea, that you have the right to have all your needs met and just subsist off of others, other people have to work and pay taxes so you can eat, live, sleep, have healthcare, have everything you need. I actually think that's the immoral idea. That you have the right to be lazy and just leech off society and force other people to take care of you? Yeah, no. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed those videos and didn't lose too many brain cells. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hit that like button, comment with your thoughts, yada yada yada, and I'll see you all in my next video.